Hey, yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of So I Heard podcast.
Yeah, and I'm Cheryl. No, I didn't know how I was going to do it.
If you're new to the podcast, if you already know, I'm KD, and I have my co-host with me, my girlfriend, Cheryl. Cheryl, say hi to the people.
I'm Cheryl. Oh, man. We were just making fun of the last one, and it was stuff that I cut out the part where it was like she didn't know what to say. And if you guys checked out the first podcast episode with her in it, you know, she came in and said C to the LOC.
Yeah.
And the last one, I don't know if she was just nervous or what.
I forgot that that's my name. But anyways, what's up, y'all? It's your girl C to the LOC. I'm back in the building.
And then you always do that movement too.
I do. You got to. You got to feel it, you know?
But yeah, I had cut it out. And then just had it like the regular intro. But yeah, it was funny. Like she was just like, I'm Cheryl.
I was nervous. I don't know why. And then I can't lie. I really wasn't feeling, I didn't want to do it, kind of. I wasn't in the mood to do it. So that's why I kind of wasn't like is it Chippy? Hippie? Chipper.
Yeah.
Told you he was older.
What?
But yeah. So I'm back.
So yeah, welcome to another episode of the podcast, man. I think this is episode 18 or 19.
Hey,
I forgot to check to see
getting them numbers
what the
up.
numbers were. But yeah, man, anyway, welcome to another episode. If you guys are new to this, like she said, I'm KD, and of course, she's
C-Lo. C to the L-O-C.
But yeah, man, had to record another podcast, man. I'm so happy I'm off of work. About to begin these off days. Already started, you know what I mean? We're over here sipping, got our good ass drinks. We have Crown Royal Apple mixed with ginger ale and cran apple. Now mine right now is just ginger ale and Crown Royal Apple. Hers is mixed with all three. Very good drink, very chill. It doesn't get you like too fucked up or anything. You're gonna be like chill, feeling mellow and everything. That's if you guys can drink.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to have y'all out here and then y'all underage.
Right. If you're able to,
what is it now?
Limit,
what is it now? Did
it's
it go
21.
up?
It went up for tobacco. You have to be 21.
Went up for tobacco. Okay, yeah, it's always been 21 for alcohol. Yeah. But yeah, man. So you know we got our cool little mix. Cheryl made a good ass dinner. So when I got off of work, you know. We had our steak, we had our mashed potatoes, and then we had our asparagus. She seasoned all of that good. Very good. And yeah, we were trying to watch a show that we love to watch on Sundays, which is Power Book 3. I said it like it's called Power, but this one is called Book 3, and it's also called Raising Canaan. That's the whole title. There's two other parts of Power, which is the original show, which is just called Power. Then there's Book 2. I forgot what Book 2 was called. But it's about the son. It's about the son Tariq. But anyway, the new Power show is very, very good. It's based on, you know, like the 80s and the early 90s and stuff like that. Different feel from the other shows because the other shows are modern times. But very, very good. But they didn't put out a new episode. We thought they did.
Tariq's show, the second one was a modern time because
that's the latest one because you know it's after the first show, Power.
Yeah, but that was modern too.
Yeah.
Are just like,
I'm just saying, Canaan, Raising Canaan is based off of like you know back in the day
the
and stuff.
beginning of the crack epidemic in the hood.
Yeah, when they really got into selling it and everything.
When the hood was popping.
And yeah, man, wanted to see another episode, but I don't know why they didn't put out another episode for today.
Yeah, I think they're probably getting closer to the.
It's probably like the mid-season
finale or something like that.
Yeah. So we did end up watching something else. We ended up watching Meet the Blacks too. If you guys have checked out Meet the Blacks, It's a comedy movie, but they kind of make it like based off, kind of like a spoof off of scary movies. The first one was based off of like The Purge, and Mike Epps is the main character, and it's about his family and everything like that. This one is the second one, and it's called Something Next Door. I forgot what it is. It's something
Next Door.
Neighbor Next Door or something. But it's Meet the Blacks too, and it's based off of like kind of like a Dracula or a vampire. It is Cat Williams playing a vampire, and he moves in next door and everything, and he's like terrorizing the neighborhood, but mainly Mike Epps' family. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Did you like it?
I did. I kind of feel the same way
that you did about
about the first one.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like it's funny at certain parts, but then I don't know. I think maybe because they try to mix in other stuff. I mean, they don't really try to make it serious or anything like that, but you're trying to mix in something that's scary, but you're also trying to make it
a comedy.
Yeah, a comedy. So certain stuff is gonna seem a little bit corny or like kind of a little bit too stupid or something.
Trying to do the scary movie type of vibe.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at Scary Movie, the ones that were made by the Wayans, which is 1 and 2, those were just really good as far as mixing scary and then comedy. Mm-hmm. And then, like, with those movies, those were really playing jokes on movies that were popular back then. So, the first Scary Movie was based off of Scream. And then they kind of, basically, yeah, it was just Scream. And then the second one was kind of like House on Haunted Hill.
The Haunting.
Yeah, The Haunting. Yeah, The Haunting. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. The Haunting. And they kind of mixed some other little stuff in there. And then, of course, once you got to Scary Movie 3, that's when they weren't in it, and then everything just started getting stupid. Mm-hmm. But the ones that are made by the Wayans, those were just done so well, and it was good as hell. Yeah, I don't know. I think those are probably the best. But, remember in the early 2000s, it was so many damn, I guess, spoof movies or whatever. You had like Not Another Teen Movie.
I like that movie.
Yeah, you had like, man, you had a lot. I don't know why I can't think of the names, but it was so many other ones that came out. And, as far as the one, I think Not Another Teen Movie was another one of those good ones, like you said. Yeah. And then they had some other ones that were like stupid. Like they had one called Stan Helsing. That was just horrible.
That one was just.
And then the people that were a part of Mad TV, they came out with one where it was kind of like a spoof of the 300 movie. That movie was absolutely horrible.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
Man, I forgot what it was called. I forgot what the hell it was, but it was like, that movie was horrible. It was so bad. Like, I remember seeing it, and when the movie is free, and you just like, you're just like, nah, damn. And I watched the whole movie really trying to give it a chance. And, maybe there's a couple of funny parts, but for the most part, it was like, nah, I can't watch this.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so I don't think anybody has like the Wayans beat as far as like making these type of movies.
You can't top the Wayans. It's very hard to top the Wayans. They are very creative. They are, to me, they hard as hell to top.
And then, I mean, you didn't really watch the movie, but one of the main ones that they had, one of the original ones that they had, they were like the first ones that were really starting these spoof movies. And it was I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker.
Oh, yeah.
And you didn't really watch it, but that movie is hilarious. For the people that might be, it's really before my time, because I think I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker might have been.
Is it early?
It's older than I am, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is older than I am, but it's just hilarious. And it was made by the older brother, Keenan Ivory Wayans, but he always helps out with every single movie that any of the Wayans makes.
Shit, he put them on.
Yeah, he did. He did this. He also helped with the Scary Movie movies.
Yeah,
and then he did like he helped with My Wife and Kids. I think he helped with like so many other movies. I think even White Chicks and stuff like that. So he's always just doing so much. I think even still now. But yeah, the Wayans brothers, like their stuff is always hilarious as hell. And then Marlon Wayans has a new comedy special coming out.
It's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
We gonna watch it.
And I think most of them just been. Marlon had his show. I think he's the one that's pretty much doing shows and movies still.
Did you see the interview or the thing he did? Yeah, it was an interview he did, and their mom passed away
Recently.
I don't know if it was this year, last year, but it was kind of recent.
Oh, okay.
And
I didn't know.
They were talking to him. He was basically saying he didn't get married because he basically knew, I guess, like he wouldn't find a girl that could. His mom basically was his number one girl, so that's why he didn't get married. And then a lot of people were saying, "Oh, this dude just trying to go viral."
Really? Because he said that?
Yeah.
Was he married to Essence?
I thought they were. I honestly didn't know that they were a couple for a long time.
Yeah, I didn't know for a long time either. So Essence, she's also she's an actress. She's been on a lot of stuff. She's been on the show Half and Half. When she was younger, she was on the show Smart Guy as the older sister.
She was on Marlon's show on
Netflix. They played a married couple
Marlon.
on Marlon's show. And yeah, they were together for years.
A Haunted House?
A Haunted House. Yeah. They did a Haunted House together. That's another movie that's kind of like a spoof movie that Marlon did. I think the only spoof movie that I didn't like that Marlon did was the one that was like 50 Shades of Black.
Oh yeah, that was
I didn't really like that. It was a lot of parts that were just kind of like stupid and corny. But she's good though. Her name is damn, I forgot what her name is. Like I think it's something with a K or something like that. But she's cool, but it's just like, I don't know, the way that they did the movie, I was just like, nah, I didn't like it. I felt like it was too corny. It was just like a lot of stupid parts.
Yeah.
But that's the only one. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I always like, the Wayans and everything. And then Sean, he doesn't even act anymore. I think DJ. Sean is just, he's sticking to doing DJ stuff now.
I don't know what kind of music he be playing. Like, is it
probably
techno?
Everything.
Oh, because he kind of gives me techno vibes.
No, but I think, when he was in Living Color and I think he's using the same name, SW1.
Yeah, because I didn't even know he was the DJ then.
Yeah. And, he, they were just doing a bunch of hip hop and everything. But yeah, like I think even Damon Wayans, the one which is the father on My Wife and Kids, he stopped acting and he's just doing stand-up comedy now. Mm-hmm. He even said recently he wants to do a stand-up comedy battle against Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah, that was him.
But then people were like, "What? You're not as good as Dave Chappelle." But I think a lot of people only remember him from My Wife and Kids. And he had been doing stand-up for a long time. Like, he was on In Living Color, and I think around that time he was even doing stand-up. And then he left In Living Color because he wanted to start being in more movies and stuff. But I think that whole time he was still kind of doing, stand-up comedy. I think a lot of people don't even think that the Wayans do stand-up comedy. They're like, oh, okay, we've seen them in so many movies and shows and stuff like that. But I think Keenan Ivory Wayans was doing it too. I think the only one that wasn't really doing stand up like that. Well, no, I think even Sean was doing stand up.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, they do everything. The Wayans do everything. There's so many of them.
The latest thing their sister was in, what's her name?
Kim Wayans.
She was in the Black Lady sketch show.
Oh yeah, that's a funny show on HBO. That's a funny show. It's kind of like it's a cast of Black women, and it's kind of like sketch like how they have like Mad TV or something like that.
And then Issa Rae is I think she's one of the producers also, but the lady in there, Robin, I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name.
Oh yeah, I don't know what her last name is.
It's like Benade or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember seeing it,
But yeah, she's hilarious as hell. I love her.
Yeah, she's funny as hell. I love the whole
cast.
Like, I didn't know where the hell she was from.
Where is she
I've
from?
never seen her in anything else.
I thought she was meaning like.
Oh, like where she? Yeah. No. I don't know where she's from, but I've never seen her. I didn't even
know about the show until you told me. Remember we were watching skits on Netflix?
Yeah, it was YouTube.
Yeah, it was YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah,
and then I was like, damn, how did I not know about this show? Usually I be knowing about all like my people shows.
Yeah.
And then when you told me about it, I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah, it's funny. So they have 2 seasons. They just finished the 2nd season. I'm guessing they're coming back for a 3rd season. Yeah. And yeah, it's good. So check it out. It's on HBO. If you have HBO Max, then check that out. And I'm really ready for what is this going to be? The final season of Insecure?
Oh,
I'm ready for that whenever it comes out.
I put him on Insecure too.
And she did, and I was just binge watching it and caught up, and I was like, all right,
catch
cool.
up because it's only 30 minutes each episode.
But it's so interesting to the point where you're just like, damn, like you just want to keep watching the next episode. The only time you probably gonna cut it off is if you have something to do or you're tired or something like that.
In that situation with Lawrence and what's her name, Issa, on there too, on Insecure.
Damn, what's her name, Issa? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, in that situation with how they broke up, who do you think was at fault, if you remember?
Damn, how they broke. I remember the beginning when it was like he didn't have anything going.
He didn't have no job.
But then in the end, he came
up.
Girl pregnant, right?
He got, after he found out Issa cheated on him and all that stuff.
It was a lot of stuff where it was just like, like during the show, you're going to be like, damn, both sides are kind of wrong about certain stuff. But, damn, I kind of forgot how it ended off. I hope, maybe I need to watch the last season before the new one starts. She probably was
just tired. Like, you know how you kind of get to your breaking point?
Yeah, I think she was tired, but then it was like to a point where it was like nothing was working for her and then everything was working for him.
Yeah.
As to where like in the beginning of the show, and not trying to like spoil it, but like they show it on the first episode. Mm-hmm. It's like nothing is working for him. You know what I mean?
Like he's trying. He's not just
trying.
Sitting at home, but he was trying. But he was just hitting like
dead ends. Yeah, he had nothing going, and she was so tired of it. And then
she cheated.
All kind of other stuff is happening, like her seeing different people, and then him also seeing another woman, and all kind of different stuff. And you really it's good because you really do get both sides, I guess. And it was so cool when, like, you don't use Twitter, but like when the show was on and people were watching it, it's like so many people giving their opinions on who was wrong and who was right and stuff like that. So these big ass conversations were happening on Twitter, and it was just like, damn, like you have guys like, but y'all gotta understand this, and the women like, nah, but he a deadbeat or not a deadbeat, but like he just didn't have nothing going. I wouldn't call him a
deadbeat, but
it wasn't like he was a horrible person.
But I
either,
do understand why she got frustrated and she did what she did, because like, he's trying, but at the end of the day, she don't really see that you trying, because when she come home, you just sitting on the couch.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of seemed like he wasn't really trying. Like one of the things where it's like, I don't know if you've ever been in this situation. Well, not saying you, but like I see it in like movies and stuff where it's like, okay, did you go and apply for a job today? Like, did you do this? Did you do that? You know? Oh, no. No. But like, we've probably seen it in movies or TV shows or something like that. And it's like, damn, what did you do today? And they kind of even did it in Meet the Blacks today in the new movie. But yeah, it's, I don't know, man. Like, it's, for me personally, like, I did see both sides. I wasn't one of those people like just siding with
like that?
With what?
Like, you with somebody and they're not working, or they're what you just described?
Not working, but I was in a relationship before where it was like a person that was very dependent on everything.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, it was kind of like I don't know. They kind of just didn't do anything without the help of everybody else.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that was it. And then like another relationship, it was like a person that kind of just needed everybody's answer before they made any moves. And it's like, bro, like, you can do some of this stuff on your own and make some decisions on your own. You ain't got to sit there and get the approval of everybody else first. And yeah, but no, I haven't had anything like that. Like, have you had anything like that?
No.
No, okay. The tone of my voice. Have you?
Yeah, just absolutely not. Honestly, like I told you before, like you and I, like this is the, like in my adult years.
Oh, as far as dating, yeah.
Dating, like no, and even when I was younger and dating, like if I felt like you constantly asking me for stuff, I wouldn't. Like we could go out, but
yeah.
But as far
And that's another good thing. That I guess that can bring us into a conversation or whatever, right? So like, I think that happens, and I'm not saying that like, everybody has everything figured out or anything like that, but I do see that a lot on social media where, or even in like situations that weren't my situation, but like just seeing it, out there, with other people, where it's like, kind of like how it was on Insecure, where like one person is like kind of trying to do stuff, and the other person's kind of like, oh, maybe the grass is greener on the other side or whatever. And I've seen the situations where it's like that, and it happens just like how it did on Insecure, where it's like, oh, 1 minute you're like, the grass is greener, and you're like, oh, dude is a bum.
Yeah.
And then the next minute, like, you're the one where nothing is going on, and everything's working out for him.
That same situation is what happened in my show that I watched, Sisters.
Oh, okay.
Same situation with the guy Zach, and then he was talking the light skinned dude.
That's talking to
Fatima.
Yeah, Fatima. Okay, yeah.
So he hit, right? He works at the airport, and he's like the baggage dude in the little cart and stuff. So he ran into this lady, and he had his hand out. He helped her with the baggage. She left her bag. He went, got it for her, brought it back, and then he had his hand out like, "You gonna give me a tip?" She was like, "No, but what I could do is give you some info on this stock that nobody knows about, and it's new."
Yeah.
And then she was like, "All your money that you got, put it on the stock." I think he put like 20 bands on the stock.
Oh, and that's when he went to the bank in that one episode. Oh yeah, and he had a lot of money.
Yeah, and then but at first he was at work watching the stock market, and then that stock, like, it went down. He didn't get nothing. Then the bank called him like, "Hey, you got $750,000 in your account."
Dang, that's crazy.
So he goes back to his ex-girlfriend who told him like, "You ain't shit. I got all this money. You owe me this, and that." Suited and booted, rollie on, and nice car. And he like, "Here go all your money back that you've been hassling me with."
Yeah.
And she like, "Well, I love you. Let's make it work again."
Yeah.
He like, "Nah, I'm going to Fatima."
And I think that's something that's realistic also, because, everybody goes through everything in life. You know what I mean? You're going to have ups and downs and different stuff like that. Like, there are some people that literally have a good job, and say the company downsizes and that person gets laid off or fired or something. And then it's like, dude, just like that, you don't have a job and you're not making that income that you're making. And then, and a lot of times it was like a conversation that came up, and I think Chris Rock said it. He was like, are men really loved as unconditionally as women are? Because basically it was like, if a guy loses his job and all that happens, a lot of women are just leaving.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, like, okay, well, if you don't have nothing going, I'm supposed to still be here and help you and everything. And I was like, dude, I think it kind of is like that in certain ways. But then of course, you have like the good women that are understanding.
But with that whole thing with the job, it's kind of like, I guess it's considered a double sword, because it's like, okay, yeah, you lose your job and then I'll still be there for you. But if I got a promotion and I'm like, hey, we got to relocate. Sometimes dudes, they don't want to relocate, but if the shoe was on the other foot.
Yeah, no, you see, that's just stupid. Like, if you have to relocate, you guys are together and you have to relocate. Right, and it's
better for the both of us.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, it's kind of like one of those things, pick your battles, I guess, because it's like, well, dang, I lost my job, but yeah, you like, okay, it's fine, babe. Like, I got enough for us to cover for us for a while or whatever. But then I would say the same thing too. But then I feel like that comes into play when women be like, just fuck it, like, you not trying to do your part. I think guys probably get too comfortable.
Yeah. Especially if it's like how what's his name from Insecure? What's his name? Lawrence. Yeah, like Lawrence. Like, I mean, he was trying, but a lot of times he was just chilling at the house. You know what I mean? Like,
especially when she came home. I mean, like, you was trying. Like, if you know she was just going at you or picking your brain or nitpicking about you just being on the couch and you not doing this. But like, then I think when she get home, pretend like you cleaning up or something.
I think the difference with Lawrence though also is like, and a lot of people do this also, like, there are some people that, like, man, there was a point where I remember I had lost a job, and then a friend of mine, like, we both lost our jobs at the same time. And then we were just like, I remember I had like a cool amount of money saved. So it wasn't like I was like just super down and out. But then it was like, oh, okay, like, yo, I can get you a job at McDonald's. Man, I worked at McDonald's for like a week and a half.
I worked there for 2 days.
And I hated it.
Horrible.
Hated it.
Horrible. And, I didn't even pick up my 2-day check.
No. I didn't even really work there for a week and a half. I guess I was a part of it for a week and a half, but I really did just a few days. And didn't like it, man.
It's horrible. Shout out to y'all fast
food
workers.
And the job, another job that I applied for called me, and I was just like, I'm out. I was like, dude, y'all ain't giving me no hours or nothing. I'm out.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
I remember when I worked at McDonald's for the 2 days I did, and then I was that's the time I had bought my first car. It wasn't nothing fancy, just a 91 Toyota Camry, but shit, it was mine. I paid for it. So I felt like I was in a nice car. You know, it wasn't, it wasn't.
I was just like, it's going to pick up on the mic.
It wasn't like nothing fancy, but to me, it was a nice car. So I left work and I passed by a bus stop, and then I saw the store manager on the bus. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
This ain't no type of motivation.
Yeah.
And he was older. Like, at that time, I think I was, 16, 17?
Yeah.
I left. I said, I don't need this. I'm a teenager. I didn't even pick up my check. I kind of wish I did, but I didn't.
Oh, damn. Yeah. You didn't get it? Oh. Yeah. I don't know. It's just, as far as that, like, at least there's some people that'll be like, okay, I need some type of income. You know what I mean? But then you have the people that are like, I'm so above this, and this. And it's like, they don't have no money. Like, I knew some people, like, it was like this girl a long time ago. And I remember I had met her. We were hanging out at the bar and stuff. Not me and her, but it was like me and like my friends and stuff. And I remember, I think I was texting her, and then she was like, oh, what are y'all doing? I was like, oh, we're just chilling at the bar tonight. It was this random dude, this older dude that was at the bar, and he was literally just buying everybody drinks. So I was like, yeah, we at the bar, man. It's crazy. This dude is just up here buying everybody drinks. She was like, oh, I'm about to show up. Her and her cousin show up. They were like, oh, we were supposed to go to our friend's birthday party at a club, but we didn't want to pay the $20 to get in. I was like, why would you, like,
wow.
Everybody knows you got to pay some type of money to get in the club. And $20 is the basic amount. I mean, maybe for ladies, you know, at a certain time you get in for free.
Like, why they just didn't go at the free hours?
I don't know, but they didn't want to pay the $20.
That's good.
So they drove
way back in the day,
all the way to Santa Monica.
Wow.
Just to come and try to get these drinks. They get there late. Dude is gone already. They're like, where's the guy that's buying that? I was like, he's gone. And then they were like, oh, we don't even have money for drinks. I was looking like, what? I was like, why would you even come out tonight if you don't have no damn money?
That's horrible.
And then it was just like, you know, I wasn't really dealing with her, but like it was just other little times where it's like she just didn't have money. But like, man, I promise if you looked at her Instagram, you would have thought she had everything. She was... Pictures look like she's always out. She always taking pictures of whatever she does have. And it was just like some people, it was like she didn't have a job or anything. And then you let some of these people know about, you know, oh, there's an opening somewhere. They're like, nah, I don't want to do it. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. And it's like, dude, you don't have anything at all. And like I said, we're not trying to look down on anybody because, you know, we don't have everything figured out. We ain't got this dream job or anything like that. But at the same time,
we have common sense.
You're at least trying. You're at least trying to do something. Like even with just this podcast, this is, it's us talking and this, you know, us having this conversation. But at the same time, we're trying to take it to a certain level and, you know, level up shit and become successful and everything. So, this is another thing at trying. And you know what I mean? It's just some people just, I don't know, is it lazy? I guess so, right? I think it's
content or they think that they're better than what the opportunity that they may have.
I've seen some people in the fucking, like, in the hood. Like, it's like, yo, you live in like a bad area. You ain't doing shit. You just at the house, y'all just smoking and drinking. Like, that's all y'all do all day. and there's nobody like, where are y'all getting the money for the weed and the drinks? Like, and then y'all just like, yeah, I ain't doing nothing else. It's like, damn,
and
yo,
honestly,
you ain't trying to get a job.
Sometimes, like with this whole pandemic thing, you know, people who was on unemployment was living better and getting more money than people who was actually going to work.
Yeah.
People that was working in the hospital like me, they was getting more money. Like we had to fight for our damn hazard pay, and they just sitting at home. And so I think that's what it is. They just like in situations like that, they just get comfortable and then get used to it.
Or then you have like the people that are just constantly looking for like fast money, so they doing like the PPP loan and all that different stuff, and it's like, bro, you getting caught up. Some of y'all got to do jail. Like, no.
And honestly, yeah, that fast money is great. Like, shit, I would love to get some fast money, but
it's
end
good
of the day,
it's good in a certain way. If you take that good money and you do something with it to make more money, then all right. But we ain't saying like do no illegal stuff or anything like that. But if you do get that, and then it's like you put it towards something, then it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you're at least trying to do something else. You're not just like, it's fools out here buying like belt buckles and shit, like crazy belt buckles, like just hundreds of dollars just for the belt buckle or the belt or something like that. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? You know? So, you know, I mean, I can't even lie. There's been tons of times where I've spent money on stupid stuff that I did not need.
I spent so much money on clothes that I never wore.
Man, like, dude, when I was a little bit younger, like now I'm not buying shoes like I used to, but when I was a little bit younger, man, I was buying so many damn shoes. Man, but you're not gonna buy shoes like how I was buying shoes.
No,
I was
really.
buying way too many.
But I do, because I don't have no shoes. I have all like sandals and stuff like that. And
yeah, that's different. That's like you need different types of shoes. Me, I was just buying shoes. And I said in another podcast episode, I was like, dude, a lot of the shoes that I ended up buying again were shoes that I wanted when I was younger. But like, you know, my parents were like, oh, okay, like these shoes are getting expensive. So when I started working these jobs myself, I was just like, oh, okay, let me buy these shoes. It's not like I'm saying there was anything bad that my parents are doing. I understand, you know what I mean? Like my shoes costing more than y'all shoes. Like, I understand why you don't want to buy it or whatever, you know. So
then, especially depending on what age you were, you probably was still growing and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. And this is crazy. But yeah, if people are out here trying, you know, you trying your best, you trying to do something, man, that's always a good thing. It's always great. But I do feel like, especially these days, it is a lot of people that are out here. You know, they just got their hands out, or they're constantly like kind of, you know, just.
They expect a lot.
Yeah, they expect a lot. Like, they just want people to just kind of just always just give them stuff, but they don't try to get it themselves, I guess. But yeah.
I kind of feel like I used to expect stuff when I was younger. And before I started working, I used to expect my auntie to buy me stuff. And then when she did it, and I didn't realize, like how you said that with the shoes and your parents. Yeah. But then once I started. Did you
have like an attitude or something about it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I wanted, like, I was like, I don't really ask for that much stuff. Like, why can't you do this? And then that's when she was like, okay, well, how about we start you doing more stuff around the house, and then you just work for the money you do, you know, get an allowance. Yeah. And then I was like, I still can't get what I want with this.
This funky ass $10. This $10 ain't getting nothing. I just spent this on the ice cream truck.
It was a good amount. Honestly, she was giving me $50 a month, and
oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, $10 a week. Yeah, well, kind of a little bit.
And then
more.
It wasn't like nothing crazy. I would just, you know, usual wash dishes, sweep, clean up the kitchen. Yeah, you know, little like sweep the yard, and nothing too crazy. But yeah.
Yeah, that's good. You know what I mean? Like, even though I'm like the only child and stuff, and I know I was probably spoiled in certain ways, I don't think my parents really had me like that. Like, I remember when I was younger, and I used to look at other kids at school and stuff that really were spoiled, and it was just like, dude, they would throw like temper tantrums and stuff. Oh, yeah, and you have some people that are even like adults now, and they just don't understand the word no. And it's like, bruh, people out here in the real world, other adults, they don't have to take that from you. So when they really tell you no and you still act on the ass, and they start shutting certain stuff down, like you, all these opportunities getting shut down for you, then that reality is gonna set in. Like, damn, what happened? It's like, dude, like your parents had you, you know, feeling this certain kind of way, or princess, or treating you like the little king or whatever.
Setting you up for failure.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like you just expect all this different stuff to happen a certain way, and it's like that's not reality. You know what I mean? You're dealing with people that don't know you. They don't know nothing about you. They just want to know what can you offer to whatever, you know, and then in exchange you get whatever, you know, you're trying to get. But yeah, bro, like some people really do get that way. Like I see women post on, like, because I think it's just, I don't know if it's some women that are really, probably because maybe they, like, growing up, they were just told, oh, you look good or something like that or whatever. I see them on, like, Twitter. I think just because Twitter is just so much stupid stuff that happens. I mean, it happens everywhere, but they just kind of just say whatever on there, right? So it's like you see women that are like, oh, I just don't, like, they'll post a picture where it'll say like they don't accept no or something. Basically, that's what like the meme is or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen that
and then
before.
It's kind of like, what? But that's not realistic. And it's like I said in this other podcast episode about dating, it's like, yeah, you got a lot of people that'll throw money everywhere. You got these celebrities that'll throw money at whoever or whatever, and you're not really getting what you want. Like maybe you are, you're getting that bag you want or whatever. But then, like, when stuff gets real and your feelings get involved and all this different stuff, it's like that materialistic stuff isn't really gonna matter like that no more.
Talk to him about a real
or then,
life
you know,
situation.
this end up being the person you end up having a kid with, and they ain't really around. So it's like you over here like, oh, you ain't spending time. You know, you're not around the kids, and they just throwing money. It's like, well, that money don't matter. Like, I really want the kid.
Old a Rolex.
Wrist just hanging. Like, what the hell? Like, that baby can't hold that up. But yeah, it's just like, dude, there's so much stuff. I think it's so much stuff when you get that, and that's why I feel like I just like kind of cut myself off. But I just thought about it. I think that's why a lot of people are like young-minded, and I always call them young-minded because as you get older, you end up realizing a lot of that materialistic stuff. It really matters. Money is always gonna matter, especially in our society. Like, you need money; it opens opportunities, but at the same time, it becomes less valuable because all these other things like outweigh it. A lot of these other things outweigh
compassion,
that money.
Loyalty,
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, having a
we know the biggie. We know the biggie line. More money, more problems.
Yeah.
You know, you got more money, more people trying to get in your pocket. You got more people either trying to rob you, trying to take it from you.
And that PJ situation with that Britney girl.
Who?
The basketball player, isn't his name?
Oh,
PJ?
yeah, PJ Washington and Brittany Rayner. Man, that's another thing, bro.
That's horrible.
That girl was taking that boy's money. He was
Isn't
young.
he like a teenager when they met? Wasn't he 19?
Yeah, he was a teenager, and she was older. She was like 27, 28 or something like that. And yeah, it wasn't even letting him see his son. Like, he basically had to hop on social media to say, I miss my son.
He really was begging to see that little baby.
And it's just like, dude, and I don't want to sound messed up, but like, she knew who she was going for.
Yeah, she said it in that video with her in the car. If you want to get a quick bag, date a basketball player because they don't use condoms. Like, you nasty.
Exactly. And it's like, yo, what? And then the video that we saw yesterday where it's like showing everybody she has dated. And
in
it's like,
industry.
And I made a joke today. I was like, yo, they going to start at like a club or something. Yeah. They could be having barbecues on Saturday. Like, yeah, we all been messing with her.
But then I told you, like, one of her close friends is a porn star. So, I mean, that kind of makes sense. And I found that out because I was like, who is this Britney girl? It's because I went and scrolled through her Instagram, and then I saw the porn star with her baby, like, kissing the baby. I was like, oh, you don't know what the baby doing?
Where her mouth been? Did she get the mouthwash?
Like, no. Like, even if she did hit the mouthwash, she could hit the mouthwash. The dentist, no.
Yeah, like, get your lips off my baby.
Yeah, that's
my
nasty.
baby forehead breaking out.
But yeah, that whole situation, that's kind of crazy.
It's just so sad, and
it
makes
me think, like, where was his parents, his mom. He ain't had no
but
sister.
Of course he ain't telling
no...
his parents like I'm about to date Brittany. Like they probably, if they did meet her, I mean he married her, right?
Yeah, they were married for 2 weeks.
Yes. 2 weeks. And we used to make fun of Kim Kardashian and her short marriages.
Days?
Who, Kim?
Was it 3 days?
Damn, I don't know.
I don't think hers was a week.
Kim?
Yeah, with that guy. Who?
The basketball player?
Was he a basketball?
She was with a basketball player, Chris Humphrey.
Yeah, that's white guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they were married for a little longer. I don't know. But I know that was short also.
Yeah, it was short. Was it 3 days or 3 months? I don't know.
I think it was just some months.
Oh, months. Okay.
Yeah.
2 weeks, I think, with them. And yeah, I think he got to pay her, 200 bands in child support or whatever?
Yes. And that's crazy.
She hit that
That's
bag.
crazy. And it's like, dude, you don't know what goes on. Like, you don't know what's going on in somebody's mind. Like, he's a basketball player. He's successful. But at the same time, he's a person. Mm-hmm. And some people snap. You out here thinking you just getting a check or whatever, man. Some of these fools is out here, they will kill you. And not saying that should happen, but it's like you don't know what's going on. You can't spend none of that money after it's said and done.
Yeah, that boy is still young. He's still young-minded. I'm pretty sure he got a lot of young friends from the hood.
And all in his ear and everything. You know, you don't know.
Yeah,
because I think another dude would have did it.
Heck yeah. I mean, like, she fine and all, but... Heck no, I wouldn't be paying her that much, man. You know, I got...
Not even just off paying. Like, also the fact that you did all that and you're not letting him see his kid.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's crazy as hell. Like, first of all, how do you even have the kid with the life that you live?
First of all, if I found out that he was talking to her and I saw that video and we were, like, close friends or relatives or something... I'm going to get in his ear for sure.
I would have for sure stepped in.
And if he got enough money and the judge ordered him to pay $200K, he got enough money to get a good lawyer and then take that video and just basically say that she was basically, what's the word? Targeting him.
Yeah, that's what they called it. Everybody is saying that she was targeting him, and then there's people even in the comments of some of these posts saying like she's stupid for having that video.
Posted it out there.
Saying that because now he could probably take that to court, and she might have to end up paying him.
Yeah, that sinister ass laugh she did at the end.
Crazy.
Of it. Like, yeah, no.
And then I guess she dropped a book. She talking about she got another book coming out, and it's just like, wow, like. And I get it, like, some of these women, when you ask them what's their reason, they're like, well, men use women. And I guess, guys might use women for, like, sex or something like that.
But honestly, for me, if I was going to ever use a man for money, I would never bring a baby into this world because for what?
Yeah.
I don't want to see you every fucking day. I just want your money.
Yeah, you really do have to deal with that person. And then also, like, it's like, bro, like, we're at a time where it's not like back in the day, like in the 50s. We're at a time where we have the internet.
Yeah.
This stuff does not die.
At all.
So you're going to get older. Your child is going to get older. Your child is going to see this stuff. Even if you don't show them that, somebody's going to show them that. Like, man, your mom was wild back in the day. Yep. And then now this kid is going to, you're a celebrity. You're known. You ain't such and such from down the street. So when they show that video to your kid and your kid starts coming up with their own opinion, the hell are you gonna do? Then your kid don't want to be around you no more. Most of the people want like some type of connection. So it's like, dude, your kid don't want to mess with you. That's probably eating you up. You probably gonna, I don't know. But it's just like, it's crazy because these people that come out of nowhere. I was going to say women because of her, but it's not just, it's some other people that, men and stuff that do that, they don't really fuck with their kids or whatever like that. So it's like, it's a whole bunch of people doing it, but it's like they don't think about any of that type of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I have that mentality or mindset to just, my whole thing is just getting money from somebody, I'm like you will get more money because you have a kid by them. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to put the kid in a situation because I don't really like you like that.
That even has me think like, do you even really like the kid?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then 9 times out of 10, the kid may come out looking like him. And obviously look how you treat him, how you going to treat the kid. And
then the fact that the kid is young, the kid's like a baby or whatever. And you're keeping the kid from him, and it's like, dude, that's another thing.
This is the time where
you can't even come up with no lies later and be like, oh, like, nah, I wasn't doing that. Like, dude, it is public. Everywhere. It's public. It is like people are posting that everywhere. So once that kid starts to build their own thoughts and opinions and everything, they're gonna see like, oh, you really ain't, you know what I mean? And you can't do nothing about it. It's fun and games while you out here doing it now, you know? And I also got to blame the guys because it's like, how the hell did this many dudes mess with her? How? I never understand with that industry stuff, how they just be tossing people around.
The way that it's the same thing with the hood. I mean, honestly, the industry is just shit that goes on in the hood. They just got money. Same thing.
Yeah, but shoot, the damage ain't as bad in the hood. I mean, in the hood, you got a baby, yeah, but still, like, it ain't as bad as, like, this girl has been with a lot of people, and that's crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Like, they all talk, oh, yeah, you used to talk to Brittany, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and these some of the dudes that know each other. It's like, what?
They don't care, dudes. They don't give a fuck. They be like,
no, that's all stupid.
They gonna tell them what she do, and then they gonna be like,
I'm not that curious.
Like, yeah.
If my homie messed with her like that, no.
No, some dudes are weird.
No, I know, but it's still like it's crazy, especially if you know. Guaranteed, there's a ton of dudes that gave her stuff and everything, and I don't care what you say. I don't care about that Lil Wayne line. It ain't tricking if you got it. It is, because a lot of these dudes, after it's all said and done and everything ends, they're like, oh, well, I bought her this and this. You hurt in some sort of way. Yeah. You said it ain't tricking, so why are you talking about it?
It up?
You care about it. You know it is.
I think they bring it up.
You mad because she used you. You found out that she used you and you don't want to feel like she had the upper hand.
They get their feelings involved and they be like, well, bitch, it wasn't for me. You wouldn't be living how you living.
Exactly.
I put you in that house.
Exactly.
Now you going to sit up here with this lame nigga?
He don't even rap. His bars ain't tight. Square.
He ain't nothing but a barber.
Exactly. That's like Future coming at Russell.
And Russell is killing Future. When he said that, I was like, bro, stay in your lane. Like, you can't
Russell
top this
be
man.
Minding his business.
That is like, you need to leave him alone. Future. Like, you just butthurt because out of all of your baby mama, Sierra was the one that literally leveled up. That's why she made that song.
But not even
worried about you.
Just that, like, Future, everybody be talking like Future really be on some savage stuff, but at the end of the day, it's like you rapping about a whole bunch of people you say you don't care about, but you really keep rapping about them. Like,
and then that whole comment with the Russell Wilson thing, that was just so left field, like
just random. Like, it's at this point where it's like Future is just bringing up a whole bunch of random stuff.
Like, Sierra,
why
don't
you
talk
bring
about
up Steve Harvey's name in the song?
Like
over Lori Harvey.
He's the type that get butthurt when the girl that he talked to, if he don't leave them, you still mine.
Exactly.
I'm not finished with you. Yeah. I'm still gonna be a dog
because he out here calling Michael B. Jordan corny, and it's like, what?
Just stay in your lane, bro.
You 40 and you mad about a 20-something, like a young 20-something-year-old chick.
Horrible. Like, the thing that what did he buy his son with Sierra? I think their son is like under 10, and I forgot which birthday it was, but they gave him like a regular child birthday party or whatever. Yeah. And then I think he went with Future or whatever, and Future just bought him jewelry.
Yeah,
I was just like, bro, this boy is not even like. I could see if he like. Man. I wouldn't buy my kid no watch, no big chain. I don't care if I did have that money. I'm not going to do that.
Future got so many kids. I wonder, does it be eating at him that
he got so many
all
kids?
Of these pictures of Russell and his son, and they just look so close. Happy. And it's like, dude, like, I don't know. I think it does.
Yeah,
you know
and then
what I
it's
mean?
like, granted, we don't know their relationship
with
we don't. The son because he don't really post it, but still. Yeah. You should still like show something, especially if you see the step parent.
That's crazy.
Oh, I'm for
and you ain't winning at all with all them damn kids. Ain't no way you winning.
Like, I know I wouldn't be no stepmama, but still, if I was, and then if I had a kid, and then for whatever reason, like my child somewhere, and if they keep posting, oh yeah, I'm gonna post like we got a good blended family going on here.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, he's just all about lean, new bitches, drama.
And trying to seem like he's just that
dude.
savage dude. Like it's just like, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. You got to blame both sides, because women are going to chase Future because Future got money, Future got success. And a lot of these dudes are going to chase these women because they're like, oh, she look good. And what's funny with that is like a lot of dudes are chasing these women because they're like, oh, she look good. But you're doing it to impress other dudes. Yeah. Normally, that's like what it is. Yeah. Like, look what I got. Look what I got. And then when everything goes bad, it's like, damn, you stressed out.
That's why a lot of women escort. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Most
and
time
that's what I'm saying.
Escorting and stuff, 9 times out of 10, all those escorts, they don't really be having like sexual relationships with them. They just
but that's what I'm saying, because these dudes out here just so damn thirsty for that. And it's like, bruh, don't try to complain later because you made them like that. You really did make them like that. And it's both sides, and it's these people, man. And I know so many people talk about mental illness when it comes to like real mental illness, but I think we need to really talk about mental illness in those ways, like how people think that this stuff is just okay to be living like this. And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, because, you know, I'm just looking at how, like, as far as like morals that are put in our society, because you can go somewhere else to another country and it's totally acceptable because they live different. Them to you know what I mean? That, like the thing where was it? Was it where they said now you can marry somebody that's 16 and it was 14 before?
That was in the States. Was it Oklahoma?
I don't know. I think it might have been. Yeah, and it's like, damn.
The legal age to get married was 14, and they pushed it up to 16.
Dude, 14. 14 is a ninth grader. You're a ninth grader.
You just hit puberty. You're a ninth.
Your voice probably ain't even fully changed.
No,
like,
you still got those little
ladies. You didn't even grow the titties yet. Like,
no, you still sprouting. You still in your training, bro.
Oh my god! And this is like, it's crazy as hell. Like, who made that okay? And I understand, like.
And that's so crazy. You could get married at 16, but you can't have a drink until you're 21.
Exactly.
And you for sure gonna need to drink when you married.
Exactly.
You need something.
Like what?
And that's horrible. You can't even get no cigarette until you're 21.
Crazy. Yeah, that's crazy as hell. I mean, and I guess, like, you know, of course, in some ways you need like the consent of the parents and stuff like that. But
yeah,
that's
but
still
honestly,
crazy.
also you would still need the consent.
I don't know. I knew some of the younger ages before in some areas it was like that. Yeah. You did need the consent of the parent. Because, you know, you were still considered a minor, and then, you know, that's your legal guardian kind of just like signing you off.
But yeah, no, that's why they were saying before, like, they're trying to normalize, what is it, pedophilia? I think that's
what it seems like. Yeah. And I remember this episode of Law and Order. This dude was a pedophile, but he wasn't touching the kids. What he was doing was he was going to the parks and he was just taking pictures of kids and just all kind. But he was weird. And then he took a picture of one of the detectives' kids. He ended up finding out who the detectives' kids were, and then he was just taking pictures of them. They found all the pictures. The detective, of course, wanted to kill him.
Of course.
And it's just like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, it's just like, and it's like, I also get that, like, once you really break it down, like, I get it that is also a form of mental illness.
But I don't have no sympathy for that.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, but, you know, still scientifically and everything, they're still going to break it down that way. But it's still like, bruh, that is weird. That's
strange.
Weird.
Now, I don't care how fine and specific.
When I was 18, I didn't want to talk to a 16-year-old. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, it was just like, oh, I'm kind of past that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, coming to the point where it's like, I mean, you're a little bit younger than me, but at the same time, like, we're adults. Get out of here. We're adults, and, you know, it ain't no crazy age difference. Like, somebody said it the other day. They were like, damn, it was also on Twitter. It was about, like, guys looking for, adult dudes looking for girls that are 18. And I was like, bro, like, even with the R. Kelly stuff, when they had the a long time ago, when with the video with, you know, the golden shower and everything.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, what do you call 18? Like, what do you call an adult exactly, or some shit or something like that? And it was like, what? The dude looked at him like, are you stupid? And it's like, dude, if you're messing with her, you know she's bringing around younger friends, especially if you're saying it's okay. I feel like if you one of those dudes and you out here talking about, oh, I'm looking for the fresh 18-year-olds, like, bro, you're going back a couple of years. You're going back to like at least 15 or something, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're doing some weird stuff, and that can't be normalized at all. I mean, I know a lot of people they frown upon that, and of course, a lot of people are going to look at it bad. But it's a lot of dudes that are doing that in secret. Like, I remember, dude, I forgot what age we were. And we were at a party. This is the same night that Brandon met Sierra. And we were at a party in Torrance. And this girl that our other friend was talking to, she brought her 2 nieces or whatever. Her niece and I think her niece's friend or something. And these girls were like 14 or something like that. And they're chilling in the other room. We're like it was like a suite or whatever. We're chilling in like the living room area, but they're in like one of the bedrooms, and then they're just chilling on their phone. We're in the other room drinking. They're not, they're not drinking or nothing like that. That's why they're in a separate area. So they're minding their stuff, and we've been around them some. So we just, Brandon got his little sister, so he understands what it's like to have like a younger person around. So we just came and said what's up to them, socialized with them and stuff.
And keep it moving.
Yeah. But then Brandon was like, "Oh, what y'all doing?" They was like, "Nothing, just on the phone." And then Brandon was like, "Oh, y'all talking to some boys, huh?"
Acting like a big bro.
Yeah, pretty much. Nothing weird.
Right.
And then they were like, yeah, he was like, let me see who you talking to.
Yeah, big bro style.
And then the girl shows
him who
she pictures.
Old ass.
Dudes we went to high school with.
Damn, and you said you were 18 at the time?
No, we were older than 18 at the time. At this point, we're probably like 20, maybe 21.
Wow.
Yeah, 21. We were 21. We were able to go buy alcohol and stuff. So we're older, and these dudes are like on the phone talking. She's showing pictures, and then he looked at me. He was like, "Yo, look." I looked at the phone. I was like, "Oh, snap." 2 dudes I knew, 2 or 3 dudes that I knew or whatever. And then the dudes are just in the messages thirsty, talking about, "Yo, let us come see you," or whatever. I guess the dudes pull up or something, but by that time when the dudes pull up, like we're back at the party and we're doing whatever we're doing. And I think they I don't know if they went, I don't think they did go down to see him or whatever. I think the dudes are like, "Oh, y'all fucked up. Like y'all don't want to come see us or whatever. Like we're here or whatever." And then we were just looking like, yo, like, and it was like dudes that thought they was like it back in high school. And it's like, bro, like, you're in your 20s and these girls are like 14. It's like, this is what you chasing? Like, that's, weird. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. Like, so it's like, I feel like a lot of people do that in secret. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like,
yeah, but honestly, I can't lie. I've always dated older. I've never dated a guy like around my age.
Yeah, I've talked to somebody older also, but like.
But I mean, even at that age.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, it's sad, but it wasn't like. It was bad, but it wasn't as bad as like you think.
Like
about
they didn't seem like a creep.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They weren't doing no weird.
Right, like it wasn't never to the point where it was like I was kind of in a situation where I felt uncomfortable, or I was forced to do anything, or I was pressured into doing anything.
I think the only time I kind of really understand it, like, oh, leave them alone, is when it's like, you have some people that met in high school, but one person might be like, one person was like maybe a freshman, the other person's like a junior, 11th grader or whatever, and they're together, and then the person eventually graduates and the other person's still in high school. Yeah. And it's like, you ain't gonna tell them to just break up. Right. You know what I'm saying? But if you're older and you're really just chasing that, just kind of like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, now that's
different.
What I mean? Yeah.
But it was even when, for our prom, it was girls that were literally getting mad because they couldn't invite their 20-something-year-old boyfriend to the prom, and it's like the school ain't about to allow that. No. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and they know what happened after prom. They not about to condone.
Oh yeah,
this.
No, not at all. What's some circle things in his pocket?
Right.
Oh, he living wild tonight.
The staff be in the back. So which one y'all got? Who y'all think gonna be pregnant in a couple of months?
Man, and it's just like. it's wild, but then at the same time, like I said, we look at it like it's totally weird. You know what I mean? And maybe some of these people, like you said, they're not being weird. They're not being those weird ass, creep ass people. Because, every time they show a pedophile on anything, it's like creepy. They weird. They in the van. They just scoping out the school and shit. Like, they're just looking really, really weird. Yeah. And,
but
not all of them are acting that way.
And then honestly, for me, I was always told that even though I look like I have a young face, baby face, or whatever you want to call it, I don't act my age. So that's why I would kind of gravitate to like an older crowd.
Oh yeah.
And then like when we were just talking, it would just be like
a regular conversation.
Yeah, because you could be talking to like an older dude, and then he'd be like, "Bro, why are you talking to this little girl? Like, she can't even hold a conversation with you."
Man, like, blink twice.
Right? And it's just like, now that's kind of weird. Like, I can see if you just want to just talk and have a conversation. Yeah. But for me, I mean, it wasn't like I was out there on like, what was it back in the day? Instant Messenger or nothing like that. AIM.
Just
like,
meeting randoms.
Just meeting randoms or looking for it. Like, it was just people that I knew, like, hung out with, because at that time, like, I had my little crowd that I was hanging with, because I was a little hippie.
Hippie Cheryl.
So it was just like, it wasn't never nothing like. Now that I be listening to the news, like, it kind of terrifies me a little bit to have kids. Like, God damn, like, bro, like, this shit is just, good thing for us, we didn't really have the internet, like how it is so easy access now. But yeah, I'm just so very thankful that I was never in a situation like none of that, because I did have a lot of older friends, male friends, female friends, and they could have manipulated me to do,
Yeah, exactly.
Especially them females. These females now is ruthless too. They worse than guys. Like, dang, they'll think you cool, and then they be the ones setting you up for like this sex trafficking and stuff. That's another topic. But
the hell
yeah, like nowadays this world is just so very. I don't know if because I'm older. My auntie used to always say, but it's just like, this world is just, it's a lot of evil in it, and you just gotta be careful.
People got so many different random ass motives, and it's like, damn, like, what the hell?
Always listen to your gut. If you feel unsafe, you got that little voice telling you to go.
Yeah. And I think that's one thing I was so happy about, like, with me growing up. Like, I've always been, like, very observant of people. Like, sometimes you be like, "Oh, Kirby, you ain't paying attention to your surroundings."
Really
you be saying that stuff. But, like, no, with people, I'm, like, very observant. Like, I kind of just... Like, at first I'm quiet, but it's like, yo, I'm, like you said, you get a feel of people or whatever. And I do the same thing. And then, like, I think that's why it's like, I get along with a lot of different type of people from, different crowds and stuff. But, like, I really do observe a lot of stuff first. And then, like, it might be some stuff that I notice. And, like, maybe, like, a friend might be cool with somebody. I'm like, oh, they kind of weird or whatever. And, they continue to be friends with them. I'm not that hater person that's like, nah, don't be cool with them or whatever.
Same. Like,
I'm not
you'll
doing
find
that.
out.
Yeah. Like, you'll find out later. And then when it happens, I'll be like, oh, you were right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I tried to tell you, but I didn't want to seem like, I was hating on y'all.
Yeah, because, some people will do it. Like,
man, some people,
they'll straight up call you a hater. Like, you hating on what we got.
Like, even outside of just friendships, relationships too.
Yeah.
Like, God damn, just all right, man. I thought we was cool.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what old boy did. Like, he touched me.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Trying to make advances and all kind of stuff. And all kind of crazy stuff happens, man. Like, in the world, it's wild as hell. And you really gotta, you gotta pay attention to stuff. I'm not saying go out into the world and just be paranoid of everything, but
please don't do that. Live your best life.
Exactly.
Don't be paranoid. I mean? Stop watching the news. Stop watching all that stuff. Go out there, live your life, but be smart. Do what you want to do. If you want to smoke, drink, whatever, but just be smart. Always pay attention to your surroundings. If you get a certain vibe from somebody that you don't know, follow that vibe, and then always use the buddy system, ladies. Go to the bathroom with the girl.
Oh, man.
Y'all come together. Y'all leave together. Don't park next to no van that got no windows.
No windows at all. Like, what the fuck?
Please don't be walking down the street at night with your headphones in.
No.
Be aware of your surroundings. Get you some mace, a little key, something on your key so you can jab somebody. Be prepared. Okay.
Man.
Seriously.
And oh my goodness. Like I remember back in the day when we were like meeting different people, you know what I mean? And then you meet somebody out somewhere and then you finally go somewhere with that person like one-on-one, right? And even for us guys, like we used to be like, we don't know because one big thing, and I mean, I'm sure it's in different areas, but in LA also, you have setup chicks.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Setup chicks will definitely meet a dude, set him up. He come over to her house or whatever. Next thing you know, it's dudes running in the room. They robbing them. They shooting them. Shit. Sometimes they're killing them, and it's just crazy. And it goes on. So I remember back in the day, like, dude, I always used to carry a little knife, and I'm like, shoot, if I'm meeting up with somebody and we're just chilling one-on-one, it's like I got that knife or whatever. It was just like, you never know what's going to go on. And it's sad that you have to do that, but sometimes you have to, you know what I mean?
And that goes for guys, too. Like, don't think that you a guy and you just exempt. Like, these people is crazy.
Man, I remember this dude years ago. It was on the news. I don't know if I was watching like one of the murder shows or something like that, but it was a dude. He met with I think it was just the news. This girl was talking to this dude for 6 months. He lived in a different state. He finally came out here to meet with her. Well, not here. She didn't live in LA. I don't think so. But he finally went to meet her. Flew out there or drove out there or whatever. Gets to her apartment. He's so happy. He's really in love with her. They've been talking for 6 months. Man, as soon as he sits down on the couch, her real dude comes out of the closet, shoots him in the back of the head. And they did it to rob him. They got $60.
Wow.
They killed that man over $60 damn.
Damn, and she been talking to him for 6 months?
Both of them got life.
Hell yeah.
But it's just like, dude, you did all that for 6 months and $60?
$10 a month.
Not to make a joke of it, but it like that's crazy, and that's stuff that really does happen, and it's crazy as hell. And even when like the young people going out and just meeting random people, you know, with online stuff, it's just like, you know, so many people are on the dating sites, and sometimes people think the worst thing that's going to happen is they get catfished, and it's like, bro, it can end up way worse than just being catfished. And this is this movie called Megan's Missing.
Oh, yeah, you told me. I still haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah, okay. So Megan's Missing is kind of like The Call, the movie The Call. But Megan, her friends are meeting people from, you know, online or whatever, and it just went crazy. Like, this dude was grabbing women, I mean, young girls, meeting with them, dragging them off, putting them in like whatever little hold area that he has, and was just killing them. No reason. He was just doing it just to do it, you know. And you know, it's crazy. It's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on out there. And like I said, we don't want to like scare you and have you paranoid with everything, but you have to realize what reality is with these people.
Watch those crime shows. ID,
man,
Investigation Network.
People don't be thinking right.
You got it. Like, that stuff is true. Those stories, 9 times out of 10, all of those stories are true.
Exactly.
Things happen. Yeah, it's like, you know, I wouldn't say don't go out and be in fear because you're not going to enjoy yourself, but still, go out, just be aware and be smart.
Yeah, that's all you could really
just
do.
Be smart.
Because, man, you definitely don't want to end up in one of those damn situations.
Hell no. Because when we have kids, we going to, for sure, you're going to come home from work. We're going to be in here watching some type of Fatal Attraction shows that I'll be watching.
They stay on the room.
Because, you know, one time it was a lady, and I think her daughter was kidnapped or something happened to her daughter. And then when she was asked, like, the girl got away herself. And then they asked her, like, how did you manage to escape? She was like, my mom watched, like, those shows, so I knew what to do.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Like, those shows are very, like, they're kind of informative, and it lets you know, like, you know, because I'm pretty sure sometimes they'll be saying the same stuff. They're going to get sloppy. So,
yeah.
But, just be prepared.
I thought you were gonna do the thing from Lion King.
Be prepared.
But heck yeah, man. Just I don't know. I mean, shit. How do we even get on this topic of stuff being weird? I think we're just talking about
the Oklahoma raising a marriage thing up from 14.
Oh
to
16. Yeah. That's still weird for me. I think that's such a young age. And I think the only reason they're like, oh, okay, this is okay is because I would think it probably is like they still have to have consent from a parent or something like that. But I don't know, man. Like, what kind of decisions were you making at 14? Probably not the smartest at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? You didn't even.
It's like one of those situations where it's you know how some parents be arranging a marriage for their children?
Yeah.
Maybe that's probably what because Oklahoma, is that like the South? That is the South, huh?
Is it mid? I don't know.
It's somewhere over there. It's close to it. So I'm pretty sure, like, you know, they probably will be doing some of that stuff over there, which is super sad, but.
Yeah, that is. But this is, I don't know. I think about a lot of stuff that goes on in the world and you know, you try to make sense of it and try to be like, all right, like, what the hell? Like, why is it like this? But then I guess you also have to think of, like I said, like, in some places it's the norm and in some places it isn't. You know, some places really at 13 you end up being considered an adult. Mm-hmm. And, you know, here we look at it totally different. So, yeah, we're going to always judge what's not normal for us.
Mm-hmm. Especially with that. I honestly feel like when I was saying earlier, when you were saying like it's a lot of scientific background and research that ties into that, like mental illness with the having an infatuation with a child. Mm-hmm. I like, yeah, that's fine. You did it. Okay, kudos to you. But my mind, that's something that I will never have a change of heart about. I honestly feel like you do anything to a kid, you should get the ultimate punishment.
Yeah.
Like, period.
Cause you see some of these. I used to watch Dateline, like To Catch a Predator, and some of these guys, like when they get caught, like they really look confused. Like what? Like
what did I do wrong?
But it's like you can tell that they know it's wrong because you know where we live. Of course, people are going to say it's wrong, but at the same time, they still kind of don't understand. It seems like they kind of don't understand. And it's like, bro, like, what? Like, I don't know. I remember it was this dude. It was a black dude, like, buff dude or everything. He was like a body trainer. Mm-hmm. He was out there trying to talk to, like, a 13-year-old. And they asked him, they was like, dude, like, you don't look weird or nothing. Like, you train grown women. I'm sure some of them are interested in you. Why are you trying to mess with a 13-year-old? He was like, I don't know. I guess that's just what I like. And I was just like, what? Like, I didn't understand it. And it's like, what? I don't know. It's like, I think that's where the psychology part comes in, is trying to figure out why are you like this? You know, it's like with a mass shooter, they're going to be like, why do you want to do this? Like, what brought you to this point? And it is interesting. It is interesting to try to figure out what led you to this.
Yeah, it is.
But, you know, of course, people are immediately going to think about the consequences like, nah, you tripping. You know what I mean? But then you start, you know, everybody always asks, whenever it's a shooting or, you know, somebody gets harmed or anything, everybody wants to know why. You know what I'm saying? So I get that, but at the same time, it's like, man, don't try to make excuses for it. Like, if this person is out here doing this, and it ain't like even when it's medication sometimes, I'm like, oh, what kind of medication were they on? You know what I'm saying? But like,
they do be having a lot of side effects.
Yeah. Yo, crazy. You hear the commercial.
Right. May cause hallucinations and diarrhea.
Yeah, like, it's like, dude, just some of these medications, this is like, damn, if you have thoughts of suicide, I'm like, I don't want to be taking that.
Like, damn, I just got a headache.
Exactly. Like, damn, I can't just do a Tylenol?
I'm going to stick with my leave.
Man. And, yeah, it's just, man, the world is very, very, very crazy. You got to think about the numbers of people, and then you got to think of the possibilities of all of these things. And it's like the craziest thing that, you know what I used to think about that was crazy as hell? Probably because of movies and stuff. I would sometimes think, I was like, damn, I'm chilling right now. I was like, but right now, somewhere in the world, somebody's tied up in the basement.
Oh, yeah.
Like being tortured in a basement just because. And I'm like, damn, that's sad as hell. Like, I'm just living life.
Honestly, I feel, I don't think about that, but when I be feeling I guess ungrateful for what I have, and then I'll just think like, dang, somebody else somewhere would just be so happy to have what I have or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then that will kind of just make me realize, like, you know, it could be much worse than what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, I went to, the last time I went to McDonald's, I don't even know when it was, but this guy, he was asking for change, and I didn't have no change. I just had my card or whatever. And then I told him, like, hey, man, I'm just using my card. And then he saw that I had water sitting in the cup holder. And then he was like, hey, you going to drink that water? And I was like, nah, I'm good. He was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, no, just take it. I'll get more water. And he was like, all right, cool, thanks. And I was just like, damn, like this fool's really out here thirsty. You know what I mean? And it's just like, damn, like you really have to think about, I don't know. That's another reason why I think I try to tell people to be positive. And I get it. Like, you know, you're going to have your bad days and everything, but it's like, man, you could end up like that. A lot of these people, it's like one thing that happened, and then it's like they're out there. You know what I mean? They might be trying to get assisted living or something, and it just doesn't work out for them. And then now they're on the street or whatever. And like, you know, we look at some of these people and they be like, man, like you see some of these people and they're willing to work. You see some of the homeless people willing to work for whatever money. But then you have some people, like, I think honestly their spirits are so messed up, or when they were totally down at their lowest, they started messing with some type of drug, and it's like they just couldn't bounce back at all. And, you know, I see some people that are young, like some people that are like teenagers, and they out here at the gas stations looking like strung out on whatever they're strung out on.
I remember when I first moved out from my auntie's house, and then I went back over there, and I went to the Burger King up the street. And it was a girl that I went to school with, I think middle school, and she was working there. She was at the drive-thru window, and she knew my name, remembered me and everything. And I kind of remember her face, but I didn't remember her name. Yeah. And she said my name, and she was handing me the drink. I was like, yeah, where I know you from? And then she said the school, and she just looked like she'd been through it. And then at that time, I was early 20s. I probably want to say I was 22, 23. That girl looked like she was at least about 10 years older than that.
Damn.
And she was just like, oh my God, you still look the same. You look good, girl. You got any kids? I was like, no. Yeah. Like, I was like, I just moved out. We was talking a little bit, and I drove off. I was like, dang. Yeah. Like, we went to the same school. We used to talk. Like, she used to give me hot Cheetos on the paper, you know? Yeah. And I was just like, dang, like, you're not that, like, granted, she was probably like a year or something older than me, because my birthday is at the end of the year, or a couple of months at that. Yeah. But, yeah, I was just like, dang. Yeah.
Same thing, well, not the same thing, but something like that happened with me. You know, like Tom's that I go to, the burger place. And I was there one day, and this guy from high school, I think he might have been like a year younger than I was. He was there, and he was there with his girlfriend. And he was like asking, you know, for change. And I looked back, and then we both like looked at each other. He was like, oh, what's up, man? And then I was just looking like, oh, shit. Like, you know, and then you could tell he was kind of like embarrassed or whatever. And he was like, yeah, you know, we supposed to be going. I think he said he was like, he didn't look like he was on drugs or anything like that. It just looked like whatever happened was just bad. Like, they didn't look like they were like strung out or nothing or anything. And, you know, he was just like, yeah, we trying to get some food, but we don't got money or whatever. Man, I think I spent like, I mean, it was years ago, and it was like, I think like $20-something on them. I was just like, man, get what y'all want to get. You know what I mean? He was like, oh my God, thank you. And then like, he still looked embarrassed, and I was just like, damn, you just don't know what's gonna happen.
Time. I was over there by USC on Jefferson, and over there by Felix, the Chevrolet.
Oh, Felix Chevrolet, yeah.
And then across the way, they have like a Subway there, and then it was this guy outside, and he was just so hungry, but he kind of looked like he was kind of like new to the streets, if that makes sense. And he was just like, hey sister, he was like, do you mind just giving me like some change or just buying me a sandwich or something? Like, I was like, yeah, come in with me, like, just get what you want. And then my auntie was there, and she just kept looking at me just like with a face like, wow, you really about to like, but not in a way like, wow, you about to buy him some food, but just like in a way like, oh, you really doing like, wow, you're really doing it, like a proud moment kind of. Wow. And he just kept like, is it okay if I get a foot long? I was like, man, get what you want. Like, you want some chips? You want a soda? You want 2 chips? You want a foot long and a 6 cent? Like, and get what you want. And then he was like, is it okay if I get cheese? I'm like, sir, get what you want. Like, just whatever you want, I'm paying for it. So I paid for his food, and he was just so appreciative, just constantly telling me thank you. And then I just gave him the rest of the change that I had, and I told him to like, get you a beer or something, find somewhere safe to relax. But I said, don't get no drugs. He was like, no, I don't do that shit. He started telling me like he just got on the street, something happened with his job, and he don't have nowhere to go, and he was about to make me cry, and I was just like, it's all right, man. I had to walk away, like, you ain't just hold it in. Be strong, Cheryl. But I was like, nah, just here. I think I gave him like $10 outside of the meal that I got him, and I was like, just try to stay warm. Please be safe on these streets and enjoy your meal. And then that right there, I think I went home and I cried a little bit, because it was just like, I think that day I was feeling like I should have went to the Navy, or I need to go to the Navy, because I'm just here not doing nothing what I thought I was supposed to be doing at that time. And that right there for sure humbled me. Yeah. Because I was just like, that little meal, and that's when they had the $5 footlongs. And I said, by me just getting him that, and he was just that made his day.
Heck yeah.
I was just like, jeez.
Yeah. And it's times where it's like, yeah, I've made my I've made like my jokes and stuff, like, oh, when you go to the gas station and how like some people look at you, like, but other than that, like, really, like it especially when people are like asking for food, you know what I mean? Like, you get some of the people and you can tell like, you about to go smoke my shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and you don't want to condone that at all, but it's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, they look at the opportunity like, okay, I can get some money. I can go get, my stuff or whatever. But like when people really are like, you can tell like they really asking for food or like something. Pretty much every single time somebody asks me for food, I'm getting them food. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like almost every single time. Even if I got to order at the window, like, hey, can I have this? And then sometimes, you get the looks from the people that work at the restaurant, like, wait, what? And then they see, like, the homeless person.
Same, because with
it's
the
like,
lady,
man, just give me that.
The lady at Subway, while she was making the sandwich, she was kind of looking at me like, why are you buying him this? Or, like, kind of giving me a look like he shouldn't be in here. But he wasn't smelly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
he looked like he's new to the street.
Yeah. He wasn't smelly. He wasn't dirty. He was just sitting out there by himself. He saw me. He got up, hey, sister, you mind if I ask you if you could give me some food? Very polite, like, and then I was just like, yeah, and then I looked at her like, what the hell, like, don't be looking at me like that, like, he wants some food, I'm mine, and do your job and make his food.
Because I remember my mom said this one story. I think she said she was at Home Depot, and I think it was a guy that asked for change or something. She said she had like change, like just coins or whatever. Said she gave him the coin. I think she said he threw it in the air. I was like, I don't want no damn change.
Man, that happened to me 2 times. I swear. The first time was at the Burger King around the corner from my auntie house. The man was standing at the speaker, not at the window where you pay for the food. He was standing at the speaker where you put your order in. He was like, sister, you got some change? I said, nah, I don't got no change. You all right? He said, I'm just hungry. I said, all right, I'll get you a burger. I'll pull around and give you a burger.
Yeah.
And he got that burger. I saw him. He threw it.
He threw the burger?
Threw the burger. After he said that he wanted some food. I guess he thought I was going to give him some change. I saw him. I was driving off. He get the burger and flicked it in the air. I said, well,
okay,
damn.
I would have been like, I have a sense of humor, so I probably would have laughed a little bit.
I did laugh. I drove off. I said, this nigga crazy. That was a fresh burger. I was like, good thing I didn't add no cheese on that shit.
Hell yeah, they would have got me for my extra 50.
Right.
Man.
He threw that shit in the air, and I went there for my auntie. I don't eat Burger King.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm like, okay, cool. So I put her order in, and I was like, hey, can I get another order? I just want to get a burger or something. And it was like, yeah, I got the burger, turned around, was like, here, sir, I got you a burger. And then I'm
did it like
driving
a
off,
Frisbee.
and then he just flicked it in the air. I'm like, damn. I drove off. I said, this nigga crazy. Get him out of here.
Yeah. Like, dude, like, you just gonna throw the burger? Like, what's wrong with you? And then you asked for it.
And then another time, a guy asked for some change or like $1 or something, and then he just threw it. Like, he's like, I asked for $1, not no change. And when they act like that, I don't say nothing. I just go because they crazy.
The hell yeah. Like, you don't know what's going to happen next.
I just like, it's fine. I'll find a quarter somewhere walking down the street. I don't need it.
And it's just like, damn, like, what the hell? Like, yeah, like, at that point, immediately my mind is, oh, the dealer don't take no change.
Basically.
So I'm like, all right.
Or the dealer ain't taking no change from him.
You know, what was it? Was was it Poetic Justice? Yeah, when he went to Tone Loc and he was like, man,
hey,
all this
man,
damn change. Well, I look like a slot machine.
This ain't Las Vegas.
Man, for real. Like, and it's just like, dude, like you really hope that these people aren't doing that. You know what I mean? You hope that they're really, and I've even seen the ones where, you know, they don't even ask for the stuff for them. They have a dog and it's like they're asking for it for the dog. Yeah. And I'm just like, damn, I've seen the homeless people like get food and then split it with the dog. Yeah. And it's like, damn, like that's crazy. I watch those
videos on like Facebook and stuff where they be doing like those experiments and then they'll buy give the like someone that's homeless like $100 bills and follow them from when they gave it to them to see what they're going to do with the money. And then they'll go and buy like food and stuff, and then they'll go and split it with their other homeless friends. Yeah, I saw one dude
that did that. He went to the store and then like met up at a park or something and started
sat
giving
at the
them.
bench. Yeah,
I saw that video, and I was just like, damn.
I was like, damn, like, and you would think that that's when they would be selfish because they don't know when they're going to get their next meal. Yeah, exactly. But they like, nah, we gonna break bread together, basically. Yeah, like, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy. Those situations are so...
That shit would really humble you.
It will, and then it'll have you feeling a certain way. And it's like, yeah, sometimes, you know, we do take stuff for granted, especially when, you know, we're getting it so often or whatever. But then sometimes you got to realize, like, dude, there's so many less fortunate people out there. And that's why, like, if you guys have ever listened to my podcast on, like, trying to stay positive and stuff, it's like, man, you really got to think about it. It's so many situations where your life can be way, way, way worse than what it is.
It can change in a minute, so don't ever think you better than nobody. Just because that person on the bus, that don't mean you won't be tomorrow.
And this is what, like, one thing for sure, man. Like, I've had people say, like, oh, you always cracking jokes on people and stuff like that. And when I'm cracking jokes, it ain't never no harsh stuff. And I know some people that say stuff about people, and it's like they mean it. Like, they just be on some hatred type stuff. I'm cracking my jokes. I'm just cracking my jokes. If somebody tell me that it affected them in some sort of way where, you know, they feel bad about whatever, then it's like, dude, I'm not joking with you like that no more. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, you being weak or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's just... You know, honestly, that's what it is. And I do realize, like, there's so many people that are less fortunate. We sit there and pick on people's clothes and everything and not know what's going on in their lives or whatever. And it's just like, you know, they're jokes, you know what I mean? And I get it. They can hurt people sometimes, but never just trying to be just super mean and rude and all. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and... Yeah, this is crazy. You got to really think about stuff sometimes and see what's up. Because, I mean, I've also had people be like, oh, okay, like you really talked me into a different mindset with just having a conversation about stuff. And that's always good to hear. So it's like, yeah, like when people say the stuff about, oh, you always cracking jokes or whatever, it's like, I know I ain't being mean, so I ain't taking it that way.
Everybody crack jokes, but at the end of the day, like nigga, I'm cracking a joke, but I don't mean I'm serious. I'll crack a joke on your ass.
Ain't out here hitting homeless people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
remember that back in the day, they was not back in the day, but like a while ago, some guy was going around and lighting homeless people on fire.
Damn, I forgot about that. I remember some dudes was hitting them with paintball guns.
No, they were like, they would be sleeping in they like tent or whatever, and then they would literally light them on fire.
Wow, nah, that's crazy. That's really crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to be crazy as hell to be doing something like that.
Just he would go around. I don't know if they ever caught him. I'm pretty sure they did because I haven't heard anything else. I forgot when. I think it was like a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he was going around somewhere out here, and I don't know if he would like spraying with like lighter fluid or whatever. But yeah, he would light them on fire, and they're not doing anything but just sleeping and they on the sidewalk.
And that's like even like what I told you earlier with like, okay, so right now, if you guys are listening to this way later, everybody right now is doing the crate challenge where people are walking on the crates and trying to see if they can make it, you
think you can make it
across? I think so. I want to try to do it. But I don't know even where these people are getting these crates from.
Right. Like who just ordering crates from Amazon?
Who's just holding crates?
You know how much I should have invested in crates.
So people are doing that. And then today I've seen maybe 3 videos where people are trying to complete the crate challenge. And people are just pushing them off. It was this lady, and then I ended up finding out later that the lady was homeless.
Oh, wow.
And she's doing a crate challenge. This dude, she got to the top. She's at the highest crate, and then she, like, kneels down and touches the crate. He was like, oh, you put your hand on it. Pushes her off. When she falls, her face hits the crate, and then all these grown men just walk up to her, got their phones all in her face, just recording her, and she's like holding her eye. It looked like she's crying. Mm-hmm. And I'm just looking like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like y'all horrible. Weird as hell for doing that.
Those are the
you know what I mean? Not even if she wasn't homeless.
But still.
You know what I mean?
It's you ain't have to embarrass her like that.
Man, and the fact that you're getting this homeless person to do this, you probably offer them a little bit of money or whatever, but you just gonna push her off and like, oh, I don't care about it. You know what I mean?
Your broke ass ain't got the money to pay her because you didn't think that she was gonna make it, and now you want to embarrass her because you got mommy issues.
It really is crazy because that's just like people are treating people just all kind of wild ways. You know what I mean?
And it's like
that person didn't do nothing to you.
Like, you could have just let her do what she wanted to do. And it's so sad to say it's always, like, our people that's doing that.
Yeah, that was for sure a moment where I was just like, damn.
Like, that's somebody's mama, bro, or cousin, auntie, something.
You know? Like, and I saw somebody make a stupid comment like, oh, I can't believe it's summertime and she wearing Uggs. Like, she's homeless. Like, what the fuck? She ain't got no... Why are you focused on that? The whole grown man just pushed her off of the top of these crates. She fell and injured herself. And that was your question? Like, what do y'all be thinking about?
Stupidity.
Dumb stuff. And people laughing in the comments. Like, this is like, you really laughing at that? Like, that's not funny. Like,
when I see stuff like that, I don't even look at the comments because I know it's going to piss me off. And when I see stuff that makes me like gasp and I'll be like, oh my God, like what? I just scroll. I don't even want to look. Like with the police shootings, all of that stuff, like with the injustice, I don't look at the comments. I just keep going because it's just, I'm going to get angry and I can't do nothing about it. You know? So it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
That's dumb. That's so sad.
It is. People just be out here living wild, living crazy, just doing whatever and not thinking about nothing.
Does come around. It may not come around then, but it eventually comes around. I do 100% believe in karma, good karma and bad karma, because what bad comes good and vice versa. But I just feel like you treat people how you want to be treated. And that's something that's horrible. Because I'm pretty sure them dudes probably
Hell
have some type of daughter or
and then
mother.
what was crazy was like, dude, they was in the projects. It's like, bro, you ain't even.
That's why they acting like that.
Like, you don't even have everything. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's probably people that look down on you, and it's like, you just doing that. Maybe that's why he felt like he was doing whatever. Yeah. But it's just like,
just go on in the house, Ray. Go to sleep. Go sleep on your couch.
This stupid. And when he pushed her, you could tell he didn't see nothing wrong with it at all.
Yeah, that's the type that's gonna start torturing animals, and he's gonna be a killer.
And he was a grown man.
That's horrible.
You know, he was grown, and it was just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you don't get no credit for that. Like, you weird. And I was like, man, I didn't even want to be like on some negative stuff like that. I was like, man, they should have just beat him up right there.
Yeah, they should.
It's like, why are you doing that? You know, so it's just like, man, I don't know. People live all kind of different ways. People got stuff going on and stuff, but at the same time, it's like, man, at least go through life and try to treat people right. You know, we all do our stuff. We ain't always making the best decisions and stuff like that. And sometimes we don't even think about it. Like, we might not look at a situation like we're in the wrong, and we might be, and somebody else is looking at it, you know, like, damn, I can't believe they did that to me, or, you know, the other way around, in whatever situation. But it's like, dude, just go through life and try to, I guess, treat people the best way you can.
Just try to be a decent human being. Yeah. Like, morals, integrity, that shit is still in. Please keep it.
Man,
there's
I don't know.
Wrong
Every time I get on the internet, I'm like, that's gone.
That shit is gone.
Like, people don't care.
It is still like, just stop. That's why I told you I don't really be on social media like that. I really told myself that I was going to stop being on social media.
But you know, it's just like everywhere.
It's everywhere. But yeah, like sometimes you can't escape it, but if you can like do little things differently within your daily routine to try to like, you know, read a book, go outside, watch something that you can control, like YouTube or something.
Like there's been times in the past where I've deleted social media off of my phone. I forget who it is. I don't know if it was a celebrity or what. But they have two phones. Hines.
Oh yeah,
Hines
I was about to say that. Yeah, he said that.
Yeah, he said he has one phone that has no social media on it at all.
And then the phone that he takes that's the phone that he takes with him, like out into the world. And then the phone that has the social media and apps and stuff, he keeps that at home, and then he goes on it at a certain time, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, damn, I mean, I'm not trying to have, you know, two phones, but I was just like, what you doing with this, Kirby?
Where you got this phone at? What you need this one for?
That's where she live, huh?
I heard that Kevin Gates song.
I got two phones. But yeah, man, like, yeah, sometimes it's like you really need to get away from it because it's crazy. You see so much negative stuff to the point where it start having you thinking negative in certain ways.
Yeah. And that's what he said on one of his episodes also. I think it was the same one when he was talking about the phone. And he was saying, like, the reason why, well, he was explaining the reason why he has his phones like that, because he was saying, like, he'll be on the phone or on social media and looking and seeing, like, all of this tragedy across like the world. He was saying that he watched like local news and like worldwide news. Yeah. And he was saying like he just sees so much like disasters and fires and like injustice, all this negative stuff that you don't want to see all the time. Yeah. And then he was like, well, I'll go outside and it's a beautiful day. People of all different races is talking and hi and have a good day and just so polite. And then that's why he was saying like he decided to just go and get the two phones, because that will really warp your mind. You will go out and you will think like every white person is a racist, or every black person just don't like the police and just want them all dead. Like, no, I don't give a fuck. Like, just do what you want to do. Like, just, you don't talk to me, I don't talk to you, that's fine. But at the end of the day, you're not going to disrespect me. But just be a normal, decent human being that your mother raised you to be. That's all. That's it. There's no more. Yes, it's assholes in the world, of course. But don't let all the or what they show you on the news or on social media, because they always going to promote negativity.
Yeah, exactly.
Way more than they do positivity. So Yeah, there's positivity out there. It really is.
Hell yeah. It for sure is. It really is. Because like I said in the other podcast episodes, I was like, sometimes like, I really just go outside of the door and see how nice of a day it is. I'm just like, damn, it's nice. Like,
you see what I do when I wake up?
Yeah, you wake up and you just start opening windows and everything, and like, oh, okay, like it's really nice. I look
out the door. My neighbor's like, here she go, opening the door again. She must be.
But
up.
Yeah, that's good though. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, that's why I've never wanted to stay in an enclosed apartment building. I hate those buildings.
Oh, with no windows.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
just a hallway. That's like such. I feel trapped. I don't like those. I want to open my door and see nature, bird or butterfly, or smell the breeze or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Because when I go to sleep, everything is dark. When I get up, it's light. I don't turn on no light usually until it starts to get dark.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm using natural lighting.
Exactly. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I was like, I remember one of the first times I saw you doing that, I was like, oh, okay, that's a cool little thing
yeah,
to do.
The other place.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know, like I don't know, I just think that's good. Like when people try to have like, some type of positivity or something, man, because some people just really wake up and they just mad at the world, miserable and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, like I told you today, I was kind of feeling like a little...
some kind of way.
Yeah, I didn't know how to explain it. But yeah. And I was talking to my brother. I talked to my auntie, and me and my brother, we was reminiscing about when we were younger and teenage years and how we used to be teenagers with siblings, the normal things teenage siblings do. And yeah, that cheered me up real quick. And I was like, all right, I gotta go, bro. Kirby coming over.
Yeah. It's cool to I don't know. Yeah, it's cool to think about that stuff. Like, you know, happier times and all different type of stuff.
And then
just something
also
to be more positive.
with him and his situation, like, you know, he's incarcerated or whatever, but he has always had the same personality from day one up until now. And it's been like years. And his personality has not changed. Like, we're the same zodiac sign, but we're totally different.
Yeah.
And he's just he has a natural high. There you go. And even in there. Now, if I was in that situation, I ain't gonna have no natural high. I'm
chilling there playing that damn harmonica again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be up in there, man. I'm making what is it called? Is it hooch or
the toilet brew?
Yeah, I'm making all that. I need something to just keep me going. Like, I'm not going to be that chipper. And then sometimes I'll be feeling down, and then I listen to him or talk to him, even though sometimes he get on my nerves, like all brothers and siblings do. And I just listen to him, and I'm like, how the fuck, like, you can't even do, like, open your window and do stuff like that. Yeah. And you still got this upbeat
I think personality. Because at that point, like, you know, maybe being in there the first few whatever amount of days time or whatever, and I'm sure it still hits him sometimes, but at the same time it's like, you know, you have to have some type of positivity. Like, I'm sure he looks at other people in there that are probably miserable and he's like, man, I can't be like that. You know what I mean? You have to have something, because
he does a lot in there, like, to keep himself motivated. Like, he does all the school stuff that they throw at him. Like, he's really smart. I think he may be a little smarter than me. He's not gonna listen to this. Well, maybe, but
oh, you said I'm smarter
right,
than you?
He gonna get real big headed. But yeah, so like, he does everything. So he does a lot of stuff in there to keep him busy. And then when he needs help with other stuff, then that's when he comes and calls and bothers me with stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, so that's something else that I try to, like, look at and keep in the back of my mind. Like, it could be worse, or, you know, things could be different. But at the same time, it is kind of hard to keep that mindset, because some days you just feel like fuck, you know. But I'll say, like, sometimes those days when you can't get out of it, if you kind of used to, like, looking at the positivity in the world or at other stuff, it makes those days less frequent. Yeah.
Or, like, even, like, with me, like, I don't think I mean, like I said, it happens with everybody. Like, there's some days where I don't really think I'll be feeling like down like that. But if there's a day where I feel like a little bit different, I mean, it might sound like simple or something, but I might end up watching like a comedy movie or something like that, like something like, or it can be even like a movie that I've always liked or something like that,
too.
and it
Me,
really has you.
Irene.
Yeah, it has you. It puts you in like this good mood. You laughing and different stuff like that. You know, it's just. I don't know. That's just one thing that could be a little bit different or something like that.
Music too.
Yeah, music for sure.
Yeah.
Like I love listening to music and stuff like that. Like it's like I said in the other podcast episode, like you got to find the little things that are gonna make you, feel better or happy or whatever, and make your mood feel better. Because like I said, like dude, everybody that's on Earth right now, nobody has everything figured out. You can look at the smartest person. You can look at Jeff Bezos and his billions of dollars. He don't have everything figured out.
He don't got no wife.
For real. And it's just like, dude, like nobody has everything figured out. Everybody has those days where it's just like, damn, what am I doing? Or just any type of roadblocks or anything you might be hitting or whatever. And yeah, you're going to be down on yourself, one, because you're trying to figure it out. And then two is like, damn, am I going to find a solution? And just like a whole bunch of different stuff.
And also, I feel like you are going to hit a lot of speed bumps, or I wouldn't say like a block, but I'll say like a bump or a hurdle or something in this journey that we call life. Because if everything was so smooth and just like a straight path, you're not going to learn shit. So if you if you come across a lot of money and you didn't ever figure out how to manage money when you didn't have that much money, you're going to really trick that money off real quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sucks that, some people is just blessed and just have that like born with that, and then some people don't. But at the end of the day, the people that was born with it, they probably wish that they kind of went through some of the stuff that people didn't go through, because their parents is probably in the house more. There's always something. Somebody will always want what
like
something that you have.
Gaps.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you may look at them like, oh, they got money. They don't got no need for nothing. What you complaining about? Like with these celebrities, people be thinking these celebrities just got money and they got everything.
You be depressed as hell.
Them be the ones that be having a mental issue. Why you think mental issue? Why they talking about mental health so much? Because Naomi Osaka, Simone Biles, like they're making it known like we have mental health issues as well. So that's why it's becoming a common topic now to talk about mental health, which it should have been at all.
That thing, and I started watching it here, but I didn't finish watching with Lil Wayne. Yeah.
That shit, I did not know Lil Wayne shot himself in the chest. Lil Wayne
when he was a kid.
Yeah, he tried to kill himself.
Oh, I thought he did it on accident.
No, he said he got into it with his mom or something. He was 13. He was a teenager.
And then the police officer.
He said he called the police officers and his mom did something and he knew his mom had a gun. So he got the gun and called the police officer, I guess told them like my mom got a gun or shot me or whatever. So he said he put the gun to his head and he saw himself in the mirror. And then that's when he saw himself in the mirror. He didn't shoot himself in the head because he was like, oh, this is crazy. I got a gun to my head. Yeah. And then he said that he was something. It was a TV on in the back of the mirror. And then he said he put the gun to his chest. Oh, he said it was a Biggie Small song, Give Me One More Chance. And so he said he put the gun to his chest and shot himself in the chest. And then he said he was on the ground. He heard the police come in. He was crawling. He was still able to move. He crawled to the door. He said the police knocked the door off the hinges. The door fell on him. He said the police stepped over him, searched the house. He's laying in front of the door that they knocked on him. They stepped over him, searching the house. Oh, we got drugs. We got a gun. And he said the sergeant came and told him like, hey, it's a baby right here. Like, why y'all ain't take care of the baby? And then that's when they called the ambulance. And then he was like, nah, we're going to take him to the hospital in the car. And I was just like, what?
Yeah, Lil Wayne.
I didn't know none of that.
Yeah, Lil Wayne has always talked about that. And that's another reason why, like, back in the day, well, not back in the day, but when all the Black Lives Matter stuff happened, and, people were kind of talking about Lil Wayne, and they were like, oh, like, what you mess with the cops or whatever. Mm-hmm. And Lil Wayne was like, I can't say that I don't mess with the cops. Him. He was like, because he knows the dude's name.
Yeah, he called him Uncle Uncle something, Uncle Ben or something.
Yeah, he was like he saved my life. He was like, so I can't sit there and say that I totally hate the police officers. He's like, because I wouldn't be here. And he's always said that.
Yeah, you know? And then he said he met him like afterwards, and he was like, I'm just so happy. The officer told him, I'm so happy that I saved your life because I knew your life mattered. And you see why your life mattered.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just watching it. I was like, what? Like, bro, you was my favorite rapper back in the day. Why I didn't Google search this?
Yeah. Yeah, but then I didn't know he did it on purpose. Yeah. Before, I think he said it like it was an accident.
Yeah, he did it it probably was an accident, but he initially tried to shoot himself in the head.
Yeah, so I didn't know that part.
He was like, because he was telling the guy on the show, I don't know his name. That's the first time it just popped up on my feed on YouTube. Yeah. And he was saying, like, talking to the guy, I guess he was like a teenager, not feeling his mom's rules and stuff like that. And yeah, he said he was in the mirror. He took the gun from his head and he was looking at the Biggie Smalls video, Give Me One More Chance. So maybe since he was kind of like not in his right mind at that time, he was focusing on the video through the mirror. He probably just put it down and it didn't went off. He said he didn't even know. He said he was in shock. He didn't even know he shot himself.
That's crazy.
So it probably was an accident.
Yeah.
But yeah, and once he was saying like what they were saying, he was like, I could just hear them constantly saying, I got the drugs, I got the gun. Like he said, they all just kept coming in and out the house. They were just stepping over me, and I was just there, the door on top of me. He was like, that's how I found out what off the hinges meant. I was like, bro, that's not funny, but
yeah. Man. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I was really just sitting here like, damn, why this pop up? I gotta get ready. I gotta do this. I gotta do that.
Yeah, there's so much stuff. Everybody be dealing with everything. And I think like a lot of people do look at these celebrities like, man, like they not human. And it's like, dude, they human. They going through a lot of the same stuff.
And then he said after that moment, he said him and his mom's relationship got so much better. Because he was saying,
he always talk about it.
Yeah, and that's why I was so surprised. I was like, damn, you talk about your mom in like all your songs, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, he said after that moment, I guess she realized like, her baby really needed her. And yeah, I was like, well, that's good that, because it could have been opposite. Situation. Because she could have been like, you tried to kill yourself? Well, I'm going to kill you.
Oh, yeah. Something like that.
But, yeah, I was really shocked because I didn't know that about him.
Yeah, so much stuff, man. Everybody be going through stuff. And I think that's something that people need to realize. And
you're not exempt.
Yeah, you're not. Like, a lot of people be thinking it can't happen to them and it can't happen to them. Or a lot of people be like, oh, you got money, you got this, you got success. And it's like, dude, a lot of this success will be stressing these people out to the point where some people don't even want to be famous anymore. You know what I mean?
They did to my girl Britney.
Oh, yeah, Britney Spears. Yeah. But even, like Cardi B talks about that a lot. She be like, she'll say it a lot. She'll be like, some of y'all make me not want to be famous no more. Yeah,
especially with her. She be said that she be getting a lot of comments from parents and them telling her like, my child looks up to you. You're their role model. You shouldn't be singing and listening to this and stuff like that. And she was like, why the fuck y'all letting y'all kids listen to me?
Exactly. And it's like, where did you first see Cardi B on?
Right. Because she was a stripper before she was on Love and Hip Hop. She was always in the stripper locker room.
And that's the first point where everybody found out about it. So it's like, why is your kid paying attention?
Right.
Oh, you don't want to watch your kid? So you got your kid watching TV. Everything got parental lock on it. And it's like.
And then they made a big deal about it. I guess when her oldest daughter. Well, I don't think the other baby is born yet, but her daughter was walked in when she was trying to promote one of her songs, a song that she had put out. And it was like, how she sings, like it's a lot of explicit language. And then her daughter walked in the room and she turned it off. They went off. Oh, you don't let your daughter listen to your music? Why are you putting it out there? My daughter be listening to your music. That's your kid. That's what you want her to do.
That's gonna have to be another damn podcast episode about people especially on the internet, and just how wishy-washy they are, and they don't know what they want.
They don't.
It's just so much stuff that just does not make sense. And I was thinking about that yesterday too with certain stuff. And man, I don't know. I'm gonna write it in my notes, and we're gonna talk about this a different time because we're gonna be on here way longer.
Oh yeah, dang, but we already at the 2-hour mark.
Yeah, but it's just everybody goes through everything, you know, and life can end up anywhere, you know. And like I said, like even with me saying this, yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be times where I'm kind of like not really even letting that sink in, and I might just be, you know, being lazy about stuff or not thinking about, you know, or not really wasting stuff, but like just not thinking of that. And sometimes you have to just sit there and really think about, like, dude, life can be any kind of way, anything can happen, you know what I mean? Try to stay positive with everything. And just be the best person you can be. And it's like, dude, you might not be the best person right now. It's like, I think like everybody can always continue to improve. Hell, and that's always what everything is. Like life, think about it like a video game. You constantly just trying to hit the next level, the next level.
Ooh,
excuse me.
Your
but
brain
next
is
level.
A big muscle. It is
always.
Endless amount of information you can store up in there. So don't just be stuck in your bubble.
I just know she was laying there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about the cat. I didn't know she was laying right under the table. But, yeah, man. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode, man. This is for sure the longest episode of the podcast. But it was good, and it was just like, you know, just talking about this. And this wasn't even originally what I wanted to talk about. And that's why I was saying, like, dude, I like this format because we could just get into a conversation and talk about some good stuff. And it could be stuff that you guys can relate to or anything, you know what I mean? Maybe you haven't even thought about certain stuff a certain way, and then this podcast episode makes you think about it that way. But yeah, we always want everything to be positive. If you guys want to check out any of my socials, if you guys are, you know, watching on the Red Circle, I'll leave it in the description section. If you guys are watching on YouTube, it's going to be down below also. Google Podcasts and Spotify, you can't really do that, you know, but if you guys are looking for my Twitter, it is at who_is_KD 2 underscores. Instagram is it's King KD. On Facebook, it's whoiskd. That's like the page where I post everything. And yeah, I don't know. Did you want to say something?
As far as my stuff, my social.
If you want to.
I
don't ever just say it because I don't know if you want.
Yeah, my Instagram. Like that's pretty much the only thing I have. It's just _Cheryl with a C. 27.
Oh yeah, some people spell it with an S. Yeah, and yeah, man, just try to stay positive. You know, if you're listening to this, man, I really want to know if you guys like it. So if you guys are, you know, listening on YouTube, leave a thumbs up, like it, subscribe to it, you know, on anything so you can be notified when more episodes are coming out. But thank you for listening so much. Stay tuned for more.
Stay positive. Stay dope.
Definitely. And we'll check you out later.
Peace from CLOC.
You so cute.